Say Shalom, call Halam, Yahal Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakadash, Barakatah, to all the Akim and Akwath out there, just speaking the truth on the highways and byways and risking their lives to do so. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This is Ashya coming to you with another lesson. Hope it's edifying to the spirit. I want to play this video. This is Detroit cops fleeing from shootings. They did a drive-by shooting, and the police officers fled from the scene during the drive-by shooting. And it was worth mentioning that these are female officers. No knock on the female officers at all, but the bottom line is, you know what I mean, this is a part of why you have to get understanding and truth in this knowledge. It's paramount that you follow the truth and know what your real role is in life. You know what I mean? It's not to be superhero woman, Captain Saver woman. It's to be honest with your duties and your responsibilities. Do you really want to be out here putting your life on the line trying to apprehend suspects like this? You got to take a long look at yourself. This is no knock on the women who want to be G.I. Jane, but G.I. Jane is not for you. The truth is coming to light. Now watch this clip.
Up the chain, prompting an investigation and the immediate suspension of the female officer who was behind the wheel.
I think what's disconcerting probably for citizens is, and I don't want to generalize, however, we see a lot of instances where unarmed individuals are given a hard time by the police, and police say they fear for their lives. Well, this was an actual shooting in progress that the officers witnessed, and they didn't engage the threat.
Former Detroit Police Chief Ralph.
So here you see it, that they didn't engage the threat because why? They were afraid for their lives. And, just put everything into perspective, you know what I mean? Because they always talk about equal rights, equal this, equal that about women. But let's just be honest, you know what I mean? We have to treat them, our women, as the weaker vessel, for their own safety and for their own discretion. But let me get to my precepts, all right? Let's take it to the beginning. This is Genesis 2:22. So they get an understanding. And this lesson is entitled "Women Learn the Truth." This is Genesis 2:22. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he woman, and he brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of me. This context is, and this precept is just to illustrate where you've come from and why you're subject to it. But this is just giving women a general history, because some of them, are not getting the history. You know what I mean? So here's I'm going to another precept to expound upon this. This is 1 Corinthians 11:8. So it says, For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So it's just telling you right now, this plain English, is that the woman was created for the man to be in subjugation to the man. You know what I mean? But a lot of these women don't want to hear that. But I'm giving you the truth. This is the scriptures, word for word. It is plain as can be. I can't make it no plain. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. And then, so you want to understand the role of a woman. You were created for man, not the other way around. And let's get to why we're in the state we're in now. I'm just giving y'all a brief history for the women so they understand. Now, this will happen to women. What transpired, why y'all in the state y'all in. So let me grab a precepts to go along with this. This is Genesis 3:11. I'm sorry, 3:16, Salakia. And Yahweh said unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So this curse has not been taken away. You're still in labor pains. You're still having travailing in pain during your childbearing. And the sorrows are a multitude of sorrows, but he was just highlighting one. But the sorrows are, multifaceted. But right now, he was just telling you what's going to happen to you, you know what I mean, because of what you had did in the garden. You usurped authority. You ate off the tree that you shouldn't have eaten off of, and he multiplied the sorrow. Now look at what's going on now. This has not gone away. You're still in sorrow. You're still in pain, with childbirth. And the husband is still ruling over you, whether you want to admit it or not. Nothing has changed. So let's go to some more edification for you. It's another precept to understand where women are supposed to be. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. And because your husband rules over you, you need to understand what the truth is. So this is 14 and 34. 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your women keep silent in the churches, for it's not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. What law did we just go through? You know what I mean? We went through one part of the law when he told me he was going to have trouble in childbirth and your husband will rule over you. But because, they want to throw around that they're not clear on the law, let's get to who covers you during the law. But these are the precepts, you know what I mean? It's plain. This is just talking about more of the position and the truth of a woman's role. All right, this is, let me get to the law. This is another precept. This is Numbers 30. And we're going to go right to the law 30 and 8. So you understand who's in control and what's going on. This is Numbers 30 and 8. But if her husband disallowed her on the day that he heard it, then he shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips, wherewith she bound her soul, of none effect, and the Lord shall forgive her. So the whole premise is the woman made a vow, and you can go up to 6 for edifications. She made a vow, and if the husband heard the vow, he either allows the vow or disallows it. In this case, for clarity's sake, I went to 8, so she couldn't disallow the vow. Her husband had to do it, so she should be forgiven. So she needs to learn who's in control, and this is the law. You know what I mean? And so the husband had to disallow the vow, so her soul would not be messed up. You know what I mean? So she has no control of none of that. You know what I mean? Then let me further get some more precepts for y'all to understand the woman's role. It's not throwing no shade on y'all. It's just giving y'all the truth. And sometimes the truth is hurts, but y'all need to hear it. All right, this is another precept. I'm going to Timothy. That was the law. This is 1 Timothy 2, 11 through 15. And it just gives y'all some more understanding of what this is all about. It said, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue to faith and charity with holiness and sobriety. So if you come back under the fold of your husband and your man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will preserve you and save you. But if you want to continue to think that you are the man and you could do what the man does, you're going to continue to be subject to what's going on. And it's only going to get worse for y'all. It's not going to get even any better. So y'all have to quit playing and come back under the rule, under the order. And I've got another precept. This is 1 Peter 3 and 7. This is just to finish this up, about the women and knowing the truth. So likewise, this is 1 Peter 3 and 7. Likewise, ye husbands dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto thy wife as unto the weaker vessel, and being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So, y'all look at it as a foolish thing to be under subjection to your husband, submitting to your husband and or the man in your life, and your prayers have been hindered because you won't follow order. You know what I mean? The Most High said you're the weaker vessel, and as you see them, women did not want to engage in a gun shootout with these thugs in Detroit, and and this is just happening all around the world. Bottom line is, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is putting everything in its proper perspective, and everybody got to get on board. But you women, y'all have to definitely get in line because y'all wicked and out of order. And the Most High is dealing with y'all quickly and righteously. And he judging y'all and y'all seeing it. I hope this is edifying to the body. This is Shalom and a Baba Ball.